hoodie. It's super cute. It just goes with my makeup and my hair, and it's an extra large, at least on me. I got it from this really popular store that I've been shopping at for the past few months. It's called My Boyfriend's Closet. So anytime my boyfriend gets a hoodie or some sweatpants or a sweater, shirt, whatever, any piece of clothing, after a few wears, I steal it. All his stuff's in my closet. He's so mad because, like, yesterday I spilt sauce all over my shirt and we were going to the Whole Foods and I was just like, can I please borrow a hoodie? And he's like, no, because you take it and you never give it back to me. And he just got this one. I promised that I would take it off and give it back to him after he drops me off at home, and I got out the car and forgot to give it to him. I was being a really good girlfriend by calling him and telling him, hey, you left, I forgot to give you your hoodie. Do you want to turn around and I can give it to you, or I can give it to you in the morning? And he was just like, no, you can give it to me when you see me next time. I said, okay, but now that I have it on and I just did my makeup, and hopefully there's not any neck stains on here, like foundation stains, because you would kill me. But I have it on right now and I kind of like it, so sorry Steven, it's mine now. So last Friday I went to Chipotle. I think it was like around 7:30. I was walking and I saw this woman from a distance, and the Chipotle is like right there. So I'm like kind of looking at the woman because her face is kind of like orange, and like I'm like, does she have like a clay mask on? And I'm like, no, maybe it's her face mask, but I can't see that well from the distance. So as I get closer to the Chipotle, I see her up close. She's got like a clay mask on, and like she's on the phone and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is interesting. I go into the Chipotle and she's right behind me. And I ordered my food. I ordered a vegan bowl, and the guy was like, white or brown rice? And I said white rice, and then he said black or pinto beans, and I said black beans, and then he said choice of protein, and I said, oh, I'm gonna get a veggie bowl. I'm just gonna put guac as my protein. He's like, really? No meat at all? I'm like, no, it's gonna be a veggie bowl. And he said, are you sure? And I'm like, yes, I'm sure. Why do you have to make it complicated for me every time I come in here? So I got my veggie bowl, and I thought he sealed it all the way through, and I got my drink and I walked out, and as I'm walking, I cut through this like little alleyway as a quick shortcut. You know, I'm kind of like antsy and stuff because every time I walk by myself, something weird has to happen, and it's horrifying sometimes. So I happened to look up at this balcony, and there was a cosmetic doll head just glued to the balcony on the edge of the corner, and I just had a little anxiety attack. Like, for a second I thought that was an actual head, and I'm like, I was like freaking out, and like I wanted to take a picture, but I had a water in this hand and then my food in the other hand, and I said, oh, it's gonna be there, I'm just gonna take it next time. So I crossed the street, and as I crossed the street, the bottom of the bag, of my Chipotle bag, ripped and hit the ground, and I was so pissed. It was so embarrassing because there were people right behind me as my bag dropped. I thought my life was gonna be over right then and there. It was super embarrassing, and you know, instead of just walking away and like, you know, getting mad and having an episode, I just, you know, kind of calmed myself down. I picked up my bowl, and he didn't seal it all the way. Like I mentioned earlier, he did not seal it at all, as usual. But my bowl was still intact, so the bowl was still safe. So I picked it up. I picked up the napkins and the fork and the bag, and I was walking, and I hit my street. And as I hit my street, right across from my building, there's this apartment complex. I hear this weird moaning sound, and I look around me. I'm like, is somebody having sex outside? And it was this woman just moaning at the top of lungs, screaming. And I was really uncomfortable And I was like, what's going on right now? And she was just, I can't make the sounds because I'm gonna feel awkward afterwards. But they were it was too dramatic. The sounds were too dramatic and too out there, and it was really uncomfortable. I was like, what a night. And I walk upstairs, I go tell my roommates, I'm like, guys, this crazy thing just happened, and I'm talking about the head, talking about my food dropping, talking about the woman with the clay mask, the loud sex noise across the street, and they're like, oh my god, did you get any of that on tape? And I was like, no, I didn't. And that was the most disappointing thing out of the whole story because I didn't record any of that. I didn't even bother taking a picture of any of that. Normally I can multitask, but the one night that had to happen, I didn't do anything. And that's my story. And I normally have, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, that's at least a 2 for me. I would talk about my other stories, but they're too out there or they're too much, and I don't want to get into that right now. Maybe in the future. But yeah, so that was an interesting Friday night for me, and after that night, I just downloaded Postmates, and I've been Postmatesing food ever since then, and it's been pretty great. And I think Postmates because I don't have to experience any awkward things ever, by myself at least. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you can see me pop up in your emails whenever I post. And thank you all so much. I love you guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Alright, bye!